Unveiling the hidden chronicles of history. Welcome to today's enthralling journey into the undisclosed chapters of our past. Stories and events that have been intentionally buried and overlooked. History is a tapestry woven with secrets, some deliberately erased, others simply slipping through the cracks of time. Let us embark on a quest to unearth these hidden moments and understand the profound reasons they have been cast into the shadows. History's allure lies in its presentation, often framed to serve the interests of those wielding power. We've heard that history is written by the victors, and while this notion might sound tired, it contains a profound truth. Dominant cultures, ruling classes, and victorious governments control the narratives of our past. This matters enormously because grasping the complete picture of history is essential for understanding the current workings of our world. A biased, partial perspective skews perception, potentially distorting our view of the past, omitting the valiant struggles and victories of marginalized communities, or absolving the misconduct of powerful entities. This skewed narrative hampers our ability to rectify historical mistakes and construct a better future. Hidden in the folds of mainstream history are events whose revelations could radically enhance our comprehension of human narratives. Uncovering such truths offers opportunities to correct misconceptions, right historical wrongs, and illuminate the uncelebrated contributions of those who have shaped history in unimaginable ways. Let's delve into a story that, while not entirely forgotten, remains unfamiliar to many: the tragic tale of the Radium Girls. In early 20th century America, countless young women worked in factories, painting watch dials with radium-infused paint. This paint's glow-in-the-dark allure masked a sinister danger. It was slowly poisoning these workers from the inside. Despite their excruciating suffering and numerous deaths, their plight was largely ignored until the late 1920s, when a formidable group of survivors demanded justice. The Radium Girls' battle for recognition and compensation eventually spurred significant reforms in labor laws, health standards, and workers' rights, casting a spotlight on the hazards of unchecked industrial practices. Their legacy endures in today's workplace protections, yet for years they were virtually a historical footnote, their heroism overshadowed by less disruptive narratives. Their ordeal emphasizes the necessity of seeking truth and demanding justice, even against formidable odds. Next, we confront a darker, more tragic chapter: the Herero and Namaqua genocide. This atrocity has persistently eluded mainstream historical discourse, particularly in discussions of early genocides. At the dawn of the 1900s, German colonizers waged a brutal extermination campaign against the Herero and Nama peoples in present-day Namibia. This was no isolated instance of cruelty, but a methodical, state-sponsored genocide. Employing scorched earth policies, German forces poisoned water and forced indigenous populations into concentration camps, where tens of thousands succumbed to disease, starvation, and abuse. Although this genocide predates the Holocaust by decades, it remains obscured in global memory because it challenges colonial myths and confronts the brutal exploitation of Africa by European powers, disrupting conventional narratives of imperial civilization missions. Despite years of unrecognition from the German government and incomplete historical acknowledgement to date, the descendants of genocide survivors continue to campaign for justice and reparations. Their plight is intrinsic to comprehending colonialism, racism, and historical narrative manipulation to obscure disquieting truths. Transitioning geographically, let us examine a surprising episode in American history: the Zoot Suit Riots. During World War II, simmering tensions between Mexican-American youths and white servicemen erupted into violent confrontations in Los Angeles, marking the notorious Zoot Suit Riots. These riots, named after the bold fashion of outsized, flamboyant suits worn predominantly by Mexican-American youths, symbolized more than sartorial defiance. For many white Americans, they epitomized a threat to societal norms. Rooted in racial animosity, economic hardship, and the growing prominence of Mexican Americans, these clashes unveil a narrative of xenophobia and racism, revealing how marginalized groups became convenient scapegoats during national crises. The Zoot Suit Riots transcend mere fashion statements, embodying a struggle for identity and recognition amidst America's entrenched racial and ethnic divisions. Post-riot, Mexican-American youths were often maligned as the instigators of violence, though frequently they were its victims. The government, media, and law enforcement played roles in branding these young people as dangerous, perpetuating enduring stereotypes that outlived the riots. These events starkly remind us how societal conflicts are often articulated in ways perpetuating racial divides, with entire communities scapegoated under the guise of national unity. Our next exploration takes us on an intellectual journey to Mali, home to the intriguing Dogon people. Renowned for their rich cultural heritage, distinctive artistry, and advanced astronomical knowledge, the Dogon are particularly fascinating for their awareness of the Sirius star system. Centuries before Western astronomers identified its existence in the 19th century, the Dogon had intricate knowledge of Sirius B, an unseen companion to our Sun. Astonishingly, Sirius B is invisible to the naked eye and was only identified using modern telescopes. Yet the Dogon have long accurately described its features, orbital paths, and physical attributes. This has led to theories about potential knowledge transfer from ancient trade routes or even extraterrestrial contact. While most scholars attribute the Dogon's insights to sophisticated cultural exchanges, it raises profound questions about ancient civilizations' knowledge flows and the vast uncharted territories of our historical understanding. With or without extraterrestrial influences, the Dogon's astronomical prowess challenges Eurocentric historical narratives, where advanced knowledge is attributed primarily to ancient Greece or Mesopotamia. Their heritage serves as a powerful reminder that scientific achievements were not exclusive to typically celebrated civilizations. Today, we have merely brushed the surface of history's most mesmerizing and concealed events. As we dig deeper, we come to realize the limited scope of our true historical understanding. Countless stories have been obscured, distorted, or entirely forgotten, yet as we shed light on these past shadows, history's intricate, contradictory nature becomes clear. Thank you for joining this odyssey through the annals of hidden history. If these revelations intrigued, or if you have knowledge of other overlooked stories, we invite you to share your thoughts with us in the comments. Remember to subscribe for more enlightening journeys into the past, and anticipate our next episode, unveiling the top 5 hidden historical events poised to transform your worldview.